When I was a kid, you could sit on the curb every day, close your eyes, and listen to the sounds of cars. That's a General Motors car going by. That's a Chrysler car going by.
I've always liked it. I've always liked cars when I was a little kid. I remember the first car we had was a 28 Pontiac.
It's more than just a mechanical thing that we have used and used and used. Rather, it's really a form of art.
The 61 Thunderbird, I'm a T-Bird nut anyway, but the way that one drives, it is the most, you don't want to get out of it.
So when I woke up one Saturday morning and saw a 1928 Studebaker in our driveway, I thought to myself, wow, that's kind of cool, a vintage car.
When I graduated from law school, Stan and I went shopping and bought a 1963 Avanti, which became my everyday drive to work car for about 4 or 5 years. It now resides in the collection.
To see that then and to see what we've created now, this beautiful museum with all the exhibits and all the cars, is something that's really full circle for me and my family and my father.
Well, it's a long story how we founded the museum with Stan Zimmerman and myself. Stan and I have known each other for 40 plus years. And we've gone to car shows together with our cars. And while we're at car shows, everybody's got signs on them. Don't touch them, stay nude, don't get near my car, you'll scratch it. Conversely, Stan and I would say, come over here, crawl into the back seat, get into the rumble seat, enjoy the car, sit down, and see what it's really like. And that germinated the idea of, gee, what if we had a place where people come and they could get close to the cars, they could maybe even sit in them, and possibly even go for a ride in the car.
To see what they've done in taking their hobby and applying it towards this beautiful museum is astonishing.
As far as I know, we are the only museum in the world that makes the cars available for our guests to go for a ride on a regular weekly basis.
Let the people enjoy the car. Get into the car. Yes, they're rolling art. They have a value to it. But at the same time, there's something to be enjoyed.
Well, the most fascinating thing is the level of the interest of the people who come here. All ages, from young kids to seniors that come to enjoy the display of automobiles ranging from so many years, and the impact that it has on them emotionally. Cars are related to people in very emotional ways, and people will reflect on, oh, that was the first car I had a date in, or that was the car I really wanted when I was in high school.
The car right behind me here, this 41 Plymouth, was our family car when I was a kid, and unlike today where you have to ride in car seats, I would sit in my father's lap, and that's where I learned how to stick shift 3 on the tree.
We want people to really feel and experience the cars the way that they were meant to be, which is touching them, getting in them, and riding in them.
What's special about it is that we are hands-on.
Our function, our purpose, our mission, to share the history of cars in America.
Enjoy the idea of being able to share knowledge with other people who have in many cases never even seen some of these cars.
Well, that's probably 50% of the cost of the museum is right there in the maintenance and repair of the automobiles and the tracking down the parts that we need to do it.
This one is here because the running board rubbers got wore out, and when we pulled off the old rubber off the running boards, there was some horrendous body work that was done to the running boards. So we decided to remove the running boards and strip all the body filler and the paint off the running boards, and we're going to straighten them out and basically restore the running boards.
The cost of just doing what we do to go out and get the parts.
You got to remember, this is 1936. The repair work and the maintenance is more intensive.
We're not doing full restorations on cars. We try to get our cars at least as a preservation vehicle or a number 3 car, number 2 car, where we have general maintenance to do on them and maintain them.
I've started working on this 70 Dodge Challenger in December of 2011, and it's coming up on 2 years. It's a good feeling when you see what it looked like at the beginning and what it is now. I came to the museum and I was just pleased that they allowed me to work on their cars, and after a while they found out I was not a bozo, that I could probably do a few things and not damage anything.
You know, and I come to the museum and I see the docents, I say a private prayer thanking them for being here, because without them we wouldn't have anything. We get nothing but rave reviews from people commenting on their knowledge and their helpfulness when they give the tours.
I don't stress the technical aspects of the car as much as I stress stories or points of interest about the specific cars.
I feel that we are a lot more personable, a lot more family oriented.
When we get these people coming here, sometimes they move kind of slow or whatever, but they come here and they're 26 again, and it's absolutely beautiful.
These cars are a reflection of the times that they were produced. So when you look at a car from the 50s, you can see what was going on in our country at that time.
I am so impressed with the history and the ingenuity and the camaraderie in building these things.
We're all historians. We're all collectors of history, and we want to maintain that history. Yeah, history will change. It gets more modern as you move on, and we get older, so we like the older history. But history is history, and it'll never change. To know history will tell you where the future's going.
Well, I see the future of the museum continuing to improve the collection, improve the displays, and more outreach to the community.
The more that the museum grows, the more that we can share it with our community and provide education to our schools in our neighborhoods.
A museum is only as good as the number of people that come, and the more we can do to make the community aware of who we are by providing interesting exhibits and displays and reasons to come to the museum, the more it'll grow and the more it'll prosper.
This museum serves a beautiful, beautiful purpose. And I sometimes look at this and I feel sad. It's kind of a dying art.
It's not like a picture on a wall or a vase on a table. These cars are big. You know, it's not something you can put into a drawer. And here people can get into it, they can see it, they can own it, they can drive it. And we're only a caretaker of these vehicles for a short time.